ARESxGOD here, and this time we have a new series I want to talk about, at least first impressions on the first episode, 86 or 86, however you want to call it, which I'm getting a lot of Gundam, Blooded Orphans, and Attack on Titan mix a bit feelings about it. I'm very intrigued, but also hope it's gonna stick the landing, so to say. From what I've seen, people are saying the source material is really good. I haven't read the source material, so I'm just going in blindly with this first episode, and honestly, like I said, I'm intrigued. So let's get into it and talk a bit about it. Now, like I said, a lot of Gundam, Blooded Orphans, Attack on Titan feeling. The scene at the beginning kind of puts a lot of things into perspective. So to say, we have an operation to stop an attack, and the guy who was in charge of that unit was kind of an asshole at the beginning, but it slowly went badly for him. He was screaming for it to stop. Didn't really turn out very good for him. Now, the country over here seems to be split into districts. There 85 official districts, but there's also a secret one, an 86 one from where the name comes, and the 86er are the pilots or the parts for the drones they're using to fight the war against the Empire, but they're not really seen as humans, so to say. They're treated as pigs, as low-lives, mostly treated as parts, not even put in reports for casualties for when the attacks happen, and they're just the parts for the drones, seen as electronics, so to say, even though they're humans, or I'm assuming they're humans, or I have no idea what exactly this extra district is, just going in from all of the information we have in this first episode. But we're also seeing, in the first half, we're seeing the good side of the world, so to say, the elite side, and on the second half we're gonna see the side of the 86er, mainly our main squad, so to say. Now, the first main character we meet, we have Major Milizi Lena. She's pretty interesting. She lost her father. We don't know exactly what happened with her father. He was also a very important figure in the military. Also, she's treated like a princess, and she's one of the few, if not the only one, that is actually treating the 86er as humans, even though she's part of the military and actually using them to fight said war with the drones. She's a handler, using this para-raid system to connect to their brains, actually controlling the drones. I still don't fully understand how exactly their technology works over there, besides just syncing their brains. There's also a risk involved. We don't have a lot of information about this, but it's risky on both sides, so for the handler and for the 86ers, or the Palalades, how they're called. Now, she's also very openly about it, how she views the 86ers, the others around her, treat them like low life, like I said. She almost went in on two guys, but she stopped by, which I'm assuming is her best friend Annette. She's also in charge of the R&D department and medical, from what we've seen. Now, all of the reports are also saying 0 casualties were lost in preventing the attack, but like I said, they don't count the 86er as humans. And Annette, she's kind of like the one that's keeping Lena in control with her views. She wants the best for her, but she also doesn't fully understand why she treats them as humans. In the show, there are also a lot of hard cuts, like you're just going from one scene directly to a battle scene, so to say. Now, I don't know how to feel about this. I also like it. I feel it kind of adds more to the show, but it can take you out of a moment very instantly. Like the first scene that it actually popped in for me was when they were talking over there. She drops a piece of food and instantly to a battle scene. Did that trigger something for her or what? So just be prepared for hard cuts. Now, also find out that she's gonna get a promotion in a way, you can even call it a promotion, a transfer to a different unit, mainly to the frontline unit, the Vanguard, called Spearhead, an ace unit, which they're losing handlers left and right. Now, the commander of the unit is the Undertaker, which is gonna have a lot more meaning, also known as the Reaper, and apparently this unit kind of reverse the tables. They're the ones that are destroying the handlers, as opposed to how the handlers are destroying the 86ers, because most handlers just treat them as cannon fodders, but in this case we have this unit kind of running through handlers like changing socks, apparently. Now, even the guy who tells her about the transfer apparently is her uncle. Now, even he told her, stop treating them as humans, even in reports. Don't put the casualty in reports anymore. We have 0 casualty in this war, so there's no war in Basing Say over here. Kind of a moment like that, so to say. So a lot of Iron Blood Orphans feelings, Attack on Titan feelings. They're kind of sectioned off a bit, the 86ers as the Eldians. No Attack on Titan spoilers, just I'm getting those vibes, so to say. And like I said, this para-raid technology is very risky on both sides, sinking brains with others. Even Annette wants to take her out of the military to join in with her. And there's something more happening with the society they live on besides the way they're treating the 86er. Apparently real ingredients are hard to come by, especially real eggs, real milk. Instantly Lena was intrigued when Annette said she actually cooked with real food. So I don't know what's that. Are ingredients scarce? There's, I don't know, just very curious. A lot of questions after this this episode. Apparently most food is artificial. So one more thing we have to wait and see. And this was the moment that I mentioned about the hard cut. She drops a cookie of some sort, and instantly we're in a battle scene over here, just losing 86ers left and right, and she was still treating them as humans, even though she was in control of that fight. And even the 86ers weren't really used to somebody treating them as humans. They were very sarcastic towards her over there. So yeah, this society is not very morally correct, so to say. We'll have to see why exactly they're treated like that. But she's getting ready for her transfer. She actually tries to connect with the Spearhead unit first. Doesn't get a response the first time. But this time we get to see the other side of the world, so to say, with the 86ers, especially the Spearhead unit. And the feeling I got from them, they're kind of like a family living together very well. Fun times, if you can even call it that, or family time together over there. One guy was actually crossing off handlers they lost, but there was also one guy on the bench with a sign on him as pig. So I don't know, is that an 86er? Was there a doll? I honestly have no idea. So their side of the district is not that happy-go-lucky, so to say, but they're at least spending time well together, laughing, enjoying dinner, food together, fun times, especially with the cat. But this felt like a death flag, honestly, because it was too good for the world we got introduced to. And we meet Shin, the Undertaker. He's the main guy in charge, the commander of the unit. Very serious guy, but everybody else was treating him with respect. He's like the head of this family, if you can even call it a family. And again, another hard cut, like I said, another attack, a battle scene instantly. And they start losing one guy, the death flag. But we kind of get a glimpse as to why he's called the Undertaker. Because the guy that was dying tells him, promise me, don't forget. Right before we have Shin putting him out of his misery, actually shooting him, because there was no way he could be saved. He was very wounded, so it's kind of like the guy that's giving them a good death or respect even in death, and they all want him to be the one that takes them out of this life. So since the name of The Undertaker, he even takes a memento of his death, a piece of the drone scribbles in his name, Kojo, if I remember correctly. But now we have Lena finally connecting in to the Spearhead, starts introducing herself. Even they were surprised that she's a female. One guy actually drew her as a pig in a dress. So I don't know, I'm very intrigued by the series, honestly. I hope it's gonna be good. First episode was actually really interesting. Honestly, I want more of it. I don't know how to feel yet about those hard cuts. I'm 50-50 on them. I like them, I also don't like them. But now I leave off the questions to you guys. What do you think as first impressions? And are you a source material or just going in blind? If you're a source material reader, let me know what you think about the first episode as adaptation, and also remember no spoilers. And anime only, also let me know down in comments what you thought. Are you gonna stick with the series? For me now, I'm intrigued for the first episode, so we'll have to wait and see. As always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So I'll see you again on the next one. Bye bye.